Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Some hours ago I was discussing with a friend about this particular issue, and then she's like, oh, you're like the only physically challenged friend I have, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I'm here. I can't say I would help you to really understand, but I could probably give you an insight. That way you have an idea of what we go through as regards this issue that I want to talk about. It's extra costs that physically challenged individuals incur, extra costs that we face, extra costs that we encounter, whatever word you choose to use, extra money we have to spend just to live our lives like normal people. So yeah, don't go anywhere. Okay, so number one is like in terms of transportation. It's like very rampant. I'm sure a lot of physically challenged individuals must have encountered that. We've gone through the hassles of public transport. Yeah, I think I should add the word public transport. A few years ago, I was using both the wheelchair and crutches. I didn't want people to know that I didn't want some people to know that I was a wheelchair user. So when I go to some places, I use the crutches, and some other places I use the wheelchair. And whatever the case was, wheelchair, crutches, I was physically challenged, and so that means jumping from bus to bus, from vehicle to vehicle, was going to be an issue. And so sometimes places it would take an able-bodied person 50 bucks to go to. Okay, sorry, 50 naira. I'm Nigerian, in case you don't know what naira is. Naira is like our currency here in Nigeria. So places it would take an able-bodied person 50 naira to go to, I'll probably have to spend 200 naira because I have to take a drop, a drop that will take me from my house directly to wherever I was going to. And so sometimes it would cost me like 4 times what it would cost an able-bodied person. So that's like 200 naira. Just, toll. And through I'll spend the same thing, that's like 400 naira, and for some other person will be like 100 naira. That's transportation, but public transport. Now let's talk about the second one. It also has to do with transportation, but this time around it's private vehicles. Yes, when it comes to us driving cars, we can't just drive any cars. Some of us can't just drive any cars, especially those that do not have, I don't know, I don't want to say especially, because it's different for a lot of people. Some people have disabilities in their hands, and so it's difficult for them to drive cars normally. Some have issues with their legs, such that they can't do stuff that have to do with the clutch, accelerator, and all of that. I hope I got it right. So yeah, some of us cannot drive normal cars, and so we have to drive customized cars. Please, when you hear customized, I'm sure it's not just bread and butter. It's extra money to get stuff customized in the vehicle so that it could I don't know, it could meet your needs, it could turn out to be a spec in the end. So yeah, for number 3, it has to do with shopping for clothes. I think it's only recently that I started seeing wheelchair mannequins who that are sitting, but then it's not in this part of the world. Yeah, so we only see that on social media. We're excited because we hope that with time we'll get to this part of the world. So yeah, when we go shopping, when we go to buy clothes, when we go to buy stuff, there are some clothing that you probably have to go in, size the clothes, do some testings and all of that before you be sure that oh, this clothes, you know, would definitely fit me. And so it's like easy for able-bodied people. I'm sure you don't see cost coming into this one, right? And it's easy for able-bodied people to like go in, try the clothes on, and then if it fits, yeah, they'll take it. You know, but we some of us can't stand up, you know, to try the clothes on. Others who probably stand, some do not stand for a long time, and you know, doing all of the testing and fitting might not be so easy for them. So most of the time we just take the clothes like that. You know, we look at it and then we're like, yeah, it will probably fit us, and then we take the clothes, and then you get home and you take your time to try the clothes on and it doesn't fit. And what if you bought it from a place where you cannot return it? Yeah, it happens like that sometimes. You cannot return it. Yeah, so that money is gone. That's extra cost. Please, it is extra cost. Okay, the fourth one, it has to do with clothing too. Yeah, number 4 is shoes. That's for people who have disability in their feet, such that they can't just wear normal shoes. People like me, I only started wearing shoes last year. Before last year, I went up barefoot for 10 whole years. That's a lot. I started with sneakers because I found out that I couldn't wear flat shoes, I couldn't wear heels, I couldn't wear just any shoes. Sneakers are like the only footwear that can accept my feet wholeheartedly and keep them in place, you know, without any fear of my feet slipping out or anything like that. And if I have to wear sandals, it has to be, you know, a particular kind of sandal. I can't just wear any sandals. So when it comes to that, sometimes we have to very customized footwear. Like someone has to make our shoes sometimes. I recently had someone make shoes for me, make sandals rather for me, and after all was said and done, it took a lot to do the measurements and what at the end of the day the sandals came out and it wasn't it. I still haven't figured out what to do about that part. The money that has been spent, the money that was spent in transporting it, and all of that. So sometimes we have to spend extra money to customize our footwears. So yeah, there you have it. This life of a physically challenged individual is not easy. It's not an easy road. God will help us. God is helping us actually. I mean, how can somebody now come and be asking me, what do you use money for? What do you need money for, bro? We spend money for a lot of things. Now you know, right? Yeah, so please, you can support our ministry. Who doesn't like money? Please, I'm an Igbo girl. And I don't care what you think about me. I like money. Bye, guys.